Dandava Pranams, good morning. We are going to continue the reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we are going to start with Adi Lila chapter 1. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. So we have finished the Antya Lila, and now we are starting all over again. We are starting chapter 1. Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Bande Guru Isha Bhaktan Isham Isavatarakan Tat Prakasham Chatat Chakti Krishna Chaitanya Samyanakam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Gaudodaye Puspavanto Chitro Sando Tamo Nudo. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benedictions upon all. Yada Dvaitam Brahmopanishadit Tad api asya tanuba ja atmantarjami purusa iti so syamsa vibhava sat aisvarja Purnoya iha bhagavan sat swayam ayam na chaitanyat krishnach jagati para tattvam param iha. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as the Super Soul is but his localized plenary portion. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with 6 opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. Anarpita charim chirat karuna javatirna kalo samarpajitum unatojvala rasam swabhaktim srijam Hari Purata Sundara Duty Kadamba Sandipita Sadahridaya Kandares Puratu Va Sachi Nandana. May that Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant spiritual knowledge of the mellow taste of his service. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladini Shaktir Asmat Ekatmanav Apibuvi Pura Dehavedam Gatoto Chaitanya Kyam Prakatam Aduna Tadadvayam Chakyam Aptam Radhabhava Duti Subalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Sri Radhaja Pranaya Mahima Kridriso Banajaiva Swajo Jenadbhuta Madhurima Kridriso Va Madija Saukyam Chasya Mad Anubhavata Kridrisam Beti Lovat Tad Babadyam Samajani Sachi Garba Sindo Harindu. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relished through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appears from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appears from the ocean. Sankarsana Karana Toya Saji Garboda Saji Cha Payobhi Saji Sesas Cha Yasyamsa Kala Na Nitya Sa Nitya Nandakya Rama Saranam Mamastu. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarsana, Sheshanaga, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean, and the ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portion of his plenary portions. Mayatite Vyapi Vaikunta Loke Purnais Varje Sri Chatur Vyuha Madje Rupam Yashyod Bhati Sankarsanakyam Tam Sri Nityananda Rama Prapadye. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, who is known as Sankarsana, in the midst of the Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudev, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. Maya Bhartajanda Sangasrajananga Setes Sakshat Karanam Bodhi Madhye Jasaikam Sa Si Puman Adis Devas Tam Sri Nityananda Raman Prapadye. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose partial representation called Krishnodakasayi Vishnu, lying on the Karana ocean, is the original Purusha, the master of the illusory energy and the shelter of all the universes. Jasyam Samsa Srila Garboda Saji Jan Nabhi Abjam Loka Sangata Nalam Loka Shrastu Sutika Dama Datus, Tam Sri Nityananda Raman Prapadye. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, a partial part of whom is Garbhodakasaji Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakasaji Vishnu sprouts the lotus that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. Yasyam Samsa Paratma Kilanam Posta Vishnur Bhakti Durdhabhi Saji Sauni Bharta Jat Kala Samopis Anantas Tam Sri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. That Shirodakasayi Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes, Sheshanaga is his further subpart. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Ya Srijati Ada Tasyavatara Evayam Advaitacharya Isvara. Lord Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. Advaitam Harinat Dvaitat Acharyam Bhakti Samsanat Bhaktavataram Ishamtam Advaitacharyam Ashraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. Pancha Tattvat Makam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord, Krishna, who is non different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. Jagatam Surato Pangor Mamamam Manda Matergati Matsarvasha Pradamboja Radha Madana Mohano. Glory to the all-merciful Radha and Madana Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. Divya Brindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ramkara Sinhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestalivi Sevya Smarami. In a temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desired tree, Sri Sri Radha Govinda, served by the most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my obeisances unto them. Shriman Rasarasarambi Vansivata Tatta Stitaha Karsambeno Shonai Gopi Gopinata Srijestuna. Sri Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the Rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vansivata and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels. With the sound of his celebrated flute, may they all confer upon us their benediction. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Glory to Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda, glory to Advaita Chandra, and glory to all the devotees of Sri Gaura, Lord Chaitanya. Eitina Takura Gaudi Jake Karija Chena Atsmasat Etinera Charana Bandon Tine Mora Nata. These three deities of Vrindavana, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. Grantera Arambe Kori, Mangala Charana, Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan, Tinera Smarana. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. Tinera Smarane Haya Vigna Vinasana, Anayase Haya Niya Vanchita Purana. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. Se Mangalacharana Haya Tri Vidha Prakara, Vastu Nirdesa Asirvada Namaskara. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. Pratama duis loke ista deva namaskara. Samanya Vishesha Rupe Duita Prakara. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances, generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship. Tritiya Slokete Kori Vastura Nirdesha. Yahahaite Jani Para Tatuera Udesha. In the third verse, I indicated the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance. With such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth. So now Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining the different steps in which he's offering obeisances and invoking and prayers. Chaturta Slokete Kori Jagate Asirvada Sarvatra Magiye Krishna Chaitanya Prasada. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benedictions of the Lord upon all the worlds, praying through Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. Seis loke kohi bhyavatara karana, pancha sastas loke kohi mula prayoyana. In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. But in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent. Eshaya sloke kohi chaitanyera tattva, ara pancha sloke nityanandera mahatva. In these 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5, I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. Ara duis loke advaita tatua kyana, ara ekes loke pancha tatuera vyakyana. The next 2 verses describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verses describe the pancha tatua, the Lord, his plenary portion, his incarnation, his energies, and his devotees. E chautha sloke kori mangala charana, tanhi madhye kohi sava vastu nirupana. These 14 verses, therefore, offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth. Sava srota vaishnavere kori namaskara, e sava slokera kori artha vichara. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. Sakala Vaishnava Suni Kori Ekamana Chaitanya Krishnera Sastra Mata Nirupana. I request all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as inculcated in the revealed scriptures. Krishna Guru Bhakta Sakti Avatara Prakasha Krishna Chaya Rupe Korena Vilasha. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees and diverse energies, the incarnations and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in one. Do you hear that? Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in one. Echayata Tuera Kori Charana Vandana, Pratame Samanje Kori Mangala Charana. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these 6 diversities of the one truth by invoking their benedictions. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan, Isam Isvatarakam, Tat Prakasham Cha Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Samjanagam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Mantra Guru Ara Jata Shiksha Guru Gana Tanhara Charana Age Korija Bandana. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all my instructing spiritual masters. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath. The instructing spiritual masters are Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Aishaya Guru, Shiksha Guru Je Amara, Tan Savara Pada Padme Koti Namaskara. These six are my instructing spiritual masters, and therefore I offer millions of respectful obeisances unto their lotus feet. Purport. By accepting the six Goswamis as his instructing spiritual masters, the author specifically makes it clear that one should not be recognized as a Gaudiya Vaishnava if he is not obedient to them. Bhagavanera Bhakta Jata Srivas Pradana Tan Sabara Pada Padme Sahasra Pranama. There are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Srivas Thakur is the foremost. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times unto their lotus feet. Advaita Charya Prabhura Amsa Avatara Tanra Pada Padme Koti Pranati Amara. Advaita Charya is the Lord's partial incarnation, and therefore I offer my obeisances millions of times at his lotus feet. Nityananda Roy Prabhura Swarupa Prakasha Tanra Pada Padme Vando Janra Muni Dasa. Srila Nityananda Ram is the plenary manifestation of the Lord, and I have been initiated by him. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Guru Nityananda Prabhu. Gadadhara Panditari Prabhura Nija Shakti Tan Savara Charane Mora Sahasra Pranati. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the internal potencies of the Lord, of whom Sri Gadadhar Prabhu is the foremost. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Swayam Bhagavan Tanhara Padaravinde Ananta Pranama. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself, and therefore I offer innumerable prostrations at his lotus feet. Savarane Prabhure Korija Namaskara Eichaya Tenhu Jaiche Korije Vichara. Having offered obeisances unto the Lord and all his associates, I shall now try to explain these six diversities in one. Purport. There are many unalloyed devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all of whom are considered associates surrounding the Lord. Krishna should be worshipped with his devotees. The diverse principles are therefore the eternal paraphernalia through which the absolute truth can be approached. Yadyapi Amara Guru Chaitanyera Das Tatapi Janije Ami Tanhara Prakash. Although I know that my spiritual master is a servitor of Sri Chaitanya. I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. And maybe we can read the purport and finish here for today. Every living entity is essentially a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the spiritual master is also his servant. Still, the spiritual master is a direct manifestation of the Lord. With this conviction, a disciple can advance in Krishna consciousness. The spiritual master is no different from Krishna because he is a manifestation of Krishna. Lord Nityananda, who is Balaram himself, the first direct manifestation of or expansion of Krishna, is the original spiritual master. He helps Lord Krishna in his pastimes, and he is a servant of the Lord. Every living entity is eternally a servant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Therefore, the spiritual master cannot be other than a servant of Lord Chaitanya. The spiritual master's eternal occupation is to expand the service of the Lord by training disciples in a service attitude. A spiritual master never poses as the Supreme Lord himself. He is considered a representative of the Lord. The revealed scriptures prohibit one's pretending to be God, but a bona fide spiritual master is a most faithful and confidential servant of the Lord, and therefore deserves as much respect as Krishna. And one last verse. Guru Krishna Rupa Hanya Sastrera Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Korena Bhakta Gane. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is no different from Krishna. Lord Krishna is the form of the spiritual master. Lord Krishna in the form of the spiritual master delivers his devotees. Purport: the relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead. Oh my goodness, and here continues again. One last verse. Acharyam man vijani jam, namam manjeta karhichit, na martya bhujya sujeta, buddhya sujeta, sarva devamayo guru. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. That's a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam 11.17.27, spoken by Lord Krishna when he was questioned by Uddhava regarding the four social and spiritual orders of society. And maybe we can conclude here for today. And we can continue tomorrow. Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai. Prabhu, you want to sing Hari Haraya Nama Krishna?
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Garadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunatha.
Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha.
He Chai Goshai Gauri Charana Vandana.
Jai Gosai Kori Karana Vandana.
Yaite Vignana Savita Purana.
Yahote Vinana Savita Purana.
He Chai Goshai Jara Muri Taradasa.
Jai Gosai Yara Muitarasa.
Dasavara Palarenu Maura Panchagasa.
Dasavara Paravenu Mura Pancharasa.
Tadra Charana Seve Bhakti Sanevasa.
Vandera Charana Sevi Vasa Sanevasa.
Janame Janame Maura Abhilasa. He Chai Goshai Jabe Vajay Kolabasa. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakasa. Anande Bolo Hari Braja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Madhyayamana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Sanmam Koriyasha. Hari Nam Sankirtana Goe Nuratamadasa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Jai. Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki
Jai.
Jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki
Jai.
Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri